Hi there, this is Emma Borg from Unique Phoenix, and welcome to Unique Freedom for New Year. Over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to help you simplify things and really start the new year feeling far freer than you ever have before. So, the first thing that we're going to be looking at is planning. Planning is really important. And why? The first thing that we are going to look at with planning, and particularly at any time of year, is why we do it. One of the big reasons and one of the benefits of planning is that you will be able to simplify your choices. And when I say simplify your choices, it helps you say yes to the things that you really need to and want to say yes to, and it helps you say no to what you need to say no to as well. So that's how it simplifies your choices, and it also brings a calming effect into your life, because being able to have that vision and look ahead and know where you're going actually is really calming, and it helps you feel connected to what it is you want to do and where it is you want to go. So if your December's starting to look a little bit like this, something on every single day, still lots of kids' activities, then stick with me. And even moving into December, if you're not feeling like your time's always yours and there's not a lot of you time in there, keep coming. Let's stick together. So the other real big factor of planning is when you plan and what's the best time. And so let's have a look at when. When do you plan? I want you to just stop for a moment and start to think about when's the best time for you to plan. It's different for everybody. I know on a Friday afternoon, I sit down at the end of my work day and have a look at the week ahead and actually plan where my time is going to be. It helps me relax into my weekend and stop working. For business owners out there, I know that can be really important because we can keep working if we so choose, but it's good for us to know when our cutoff is and help us focus on that downtime, that rest, renew, because that's really important to plan in there as well. And we'll get to that soon. That's the what. So when we plan is really up to you. Is it a Sunday afternoon? Is it a Friday? Is it a Saturday? Is it a Monday morning? And what I'm talking about when now is your weekly plan. Same as a month, have a think about when would be best for you. For me and for many clients that I've worked with over the years, they will do it about a week before that month ends and start looking at it, what's already in there, what they want to add in there, what their goals are for the month, and really be able to give them that great focus. So when is a good time for you? And then think about, you've got to really allocate about half an hour when you first start to do this, when you're weekly planning, just a week. So when you're weekly planning, have a look at that half an hour time slot. It's things like, what are your non-negotiables? We're starting to get into the what now, but you can see why you might need a little bit of time. You've got to start considering about where you want to be spending your time and just be able to really sit back and give a little bit of focus on that. So start to consider, and diarise this, plan to plan. I know, just crazy. It's like saying write a list to write a list. No. You do need to have some planning time in there, and it also helps you stop and make sure you don't add a meeting in at those times as well, because I know I've been caught out for that. So think about when and create it as a habit in your life. You won't need the half an hour all the time. Once you're used to this and you've been doing it for a while, you'll only need a smaller amount of time. So now we know when you're going to be planning, and you've given yourself enough time to do it, to sit down and just let your brain dump it all out, everything that you've got to do. Let's talk about what you're going to be planning. And knowing what you're going to be planning will help you eliminate the guilt when you're giving your yes and no's to what you want to be doing. So first and foremost, you must put in there your non-negotiables, things that you don't want to change. Yeah? So that could be you time. It could be, lunch with a girlfriend. It could be your work times, the kids' activities. It is completely up to you. What makes you feel good in your life and helps you feel like you've got a purpose and you love your life. Make sure those things always go in there. They are your non-negotiables. I'm not sure if you can see this. There's a green line and it comes up for me every morning, and that's my non-negotiable. I get up and I work out. And there's a couple of other non-negotiables in there as well, as part of my month. So have a think about those and just pop them in there as your blocks. It could be that you know you have me time and you don't know what specific that activity is, but you know that it's that time every single week. Make sure that goes in there. Because we want you to lose the guilt. I don't want you having to feel like you have to do things all the time. Focus on what you need to focus on. And just remember, when you're getting into this, what you want to be doing in your week, you can't fit into everyone else's life. If you've been invited somewhere and you've really got a massive day and you know that it's not going to be great for you to do that, it's okay to say no. You cannot fit every single little tiny bit in, and make sure that you're leaving enough for you. It's got to be about you. So there are the 3 big things that we've got to do in planning and things that we've got to consider. Why we plan. And also the why comes into the what. Why do you want to be doing these things? Like what you're doing. Why do you want to be doing them? Why are they important to you? When are the best times to put those activities into your diary and to start thinking about not only when you're planning, but when you're doing things as well? Is it the best time to get home and go for a walk after work? Is it the best time to get up early and go before everyone leaves the house? So you can start to consider that. When you've got your week mapped out before you, as I said, it really is calming and it helps you consider what's most important to you. I want you starting New Year flying, really thriving. So this is the very first snippet. We're just getting into the planning. Stick with me over the next 6 weeks. It's every Monday night that I'll be sharing these with you. And what we'll be doing from there is having a look at how you're spending your time, because it is precious, who you're spending it with, what you're looking, the goals that you want to achieve, and also let us crack open New Year's resolutions and make sure and help you stick to them. I had some New Year's resolutions for next year, and the steps that I took absolutely are helping me achieve those. And I'm still in line to achieve, I think, nearly all of them. There might be one, but I'm actually okay with that. So let's have a look at those. That's actually going to come at you New Year's Day. But you'll be able to watch these anytime. So thanks for joining me. Get planning, print it out, whatever you need to do, whether it's writing it on a whiteboard, getting a calendar. Think about already how you want to plan your year ahead. Do you need a diary? Do you need a calendar to write things on? How do you want to do that? Remember, planning will give you a really simple approach to being able to make decisions in your life that feel good to you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday with Unique Freedom for New Year. Bye for now.